Hi guys, welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. My name is Sarah. If you are looking for ketogenic recipes that are home style, then you have come to the right channel. And tonight I am going to be making what CJ is calling the banana cream dream. So come along with me and let's get started. So this is a 4-layer dessert. I've been making this dessert as a family recipe for more years than I will care to say on the internet, but this has been something that my mom got from one of her friends in 1981. So it's been around a long time. But it is a 4-layer dessert. It is mostly no bake. The only thing that is baked is the crust, and it's only for about 8 minutes. Let me show you what you're going to need. So to begin this recipe, we are going to be cooking our shortbread crust for a short amount of time. And we need to do that first so that we can put it in the refrigerator to chill while we're making the rest of our ingredients so that we can put everything together and it's not too hot. So you're going to need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So for our crust ingredients, you need about 2/3 of a cup of almond flour. You need 1/4 cup, that's a half a stick in the United States, of melted butter. I'm also going to be putting in about a tablespoon of brown natural sweetener. You don't have to sweeten this crust at all, or you can use any kind of sweetener that you like. I just happen to enjoy brown in mine. And as always, I don't really discuss sweetener a lot on this channel because everyone has sensitivities and also the ability to find different sweeteners. So absolutely use the sweeteners that agree with you and that you can find in your area. So for the second layer, you need 8 ounces of very soft cream cheese, 1 cup of powdered low-carb sweetener. So you can use any kind that you would like, but powdered is definitely recommended because this is going to create a whipped type of texture, and if you use a granular product, sometimes it doesn't break down very well. So I definitely recommend powdered. And then we are going to be adding 1 cup of heavy cream to our cream cheese and sweetener mixture. So this is going to kind of create a cheesecake layer in our dessert. Now for our third layer, we are going to be using sugar-free Jell-O instant pudding, and I'm going to be using the banana cream flavor. And if you didn't care for banana, of course you could make this and other flavors. We have a couple of different flavor choices already up on our blog. But I'm going to be doing banana, and so I'm going to be using banana instant pudding, and this is 0.9 ounces. To my pudding, I'm going to be adding just a little bit of banana extract. This is completely optional, but this is just going to punch up your banana flavor. You're also going to need 2 cups of heavy cream in order to make your instant pudding. Now on this third layer, I'm going to be putting a controversial ingredient. This is half of a banana. So a regular large banana is about 24 carbs. So this amount of a banana is between 10 and 12 carbs. Now this dessert is going to feed at least 12 people. So you're getting roughly a carb's worth of banana per serving. And this really does, of course, lend to it being a banana pudding type dessert. So you can completely omit this. It is an optional step, but I am doing it for our family. We enjoy it, and to me it's worth the 1 carb per piece. I have soaked my bananas in a little bit of lemon juice to prevent them from browning when I put them into my cream dessert. So the fourth and final layer is just a cup of whipped cream, and I have sweetened this just a little bit with the powdered sweetener that I like to use. If you didn't want to use homemade whipped cream for this step, there are several brands that make a ready-made whipped cream product that is now sugar-free. If you want to use something like that, you can. I did whip mine. You don't need to see me whip cream, so that's all that this is. Now, if you're going to be making this ahead of time, so you're taking it to a shower, a barbecue, Easter, Mother's Day, all of those things coming up, this would be a great dessert for. If you're going to be making it ahead of time and you want it to last a couple of days, be sure and add about 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, because that does help stabilize your whipped cream so it won't break down on the surface of your dessert. So I'm going to be making my dessert in an 8x8 baking dish. Now, if you wanted it to be larger, if you were taking this somewhere, a potluck or wherever, and you wanted to do 9x13, that's totally fine. You could just double the recipe, but I'm making mine in 8x8. Okay, so we are going to put this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and assemble the crust so we can get it baking. So once again, we have 2/3 of a cup of almond flour. I'm going to go ahead and add my sweetener in. And I'm just going to give that a little bit of a mix. Now I like using golden sweetener here just because it gives it that little bit of shortbread flavor. But you could use, of course, just white sweetener or none at all, because of course, our other layers are going to have some sweetness to it. All right, now I'm going to add our 1/4 of a cup of melted butter. And this is just going to pull together and form our crust. And then we are going to press this crust into the bottom of our dish. Now, if you wanted to skip this step as far as baking it, you could just toast your crumbs, or you could use some other low carb cookie and use the crumbs for like a graham cracker style crust if you want it. All right, it looks like all of our crumbs have been incorporated. And I'm just going to dump this in the center of my baking dish and work it out to the edges. Okay, as I said, I'm just going to take this mixture and put it right in the center of my dish. And then I will spread it all around. You shouldn't have any trouble with this sticking because it's got so much butter in it. But if you wanted to spray your dish, you could. Now I chose a clear glass baking dish because, this is a layered dessert and it is quite attractive when it's all done and it's in layers. But you can use any kind of dish that you'd like. If you would prefer to use a pie pan, that would work as well. And then it's almost like a banana pudding or a banana cream pie. So this is going to go in the oven for just a short amount of time. We're just looking to set it basically and give it a touch of goldenness. And then I'm going to pop it into the refrigerator for a few minutes and let it cool down so it will be ready to accept all of our cold ingredients. Okay, I'm going to put this in the oven, 350 for about 8 minutes. So while our crust is baking, I'm going to go ahead and start making our second layer, which is our cream cheese layer. So we're going to combine the cream cheese, the cup of powdered natural sweetener, and the cup of heavy cream. So there's our sweetener. So you see that is a really quick process when you're using a powdered natural sweetener and when your cream cheese is also at room temperature. So I do recommend those two things. I'm going to go ahead and add the cream in, and we're just going to whip it until the cream has formed into a nice fluffy mixture. Now this layer has always been my extended family's favorite layer of the 4 layers. I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the refrigerator while we're waiting for our crust so that it stays nice and chilled. Okay, I'm going to take our shortbread crust out of the oven and we're gonna let it sit on the counter for a minute, and then once it's cooled down a little bit, I'm going to pop it into the refrigerator to finish fully cooling before we add our cold stuff. So you can see that it's just softly set. It's not overly brown, but everything has pulled together. Okay, the next layer is going to be the pudding layer. I'm going to put my pudding in and our cold heavy cream, and also the banana extract. Once again, that's optional. And we're just going to beat this until it comes together. And with instant pudding, it's quite quick. Okay, with instant pudding, it's a soft set. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and it will firm up within a matter of about 2 minutes. So the layer that goes on first is our cheesecake layer. And it's nice and thick, so I'm gonna set it down right in the center and spread it out. Now this is gonna go right back into the refrigerator after we've put all of our layers on. And I'm just trying to spread everything out to the corners so that when we're done, we have a nice, pretty layer here. And this is going to be really pretty because it'll be white and yellow. So this would be excellent for Easter or Mother's Day. There's a lot of spring and summer occasions coming up. So there's our second layer right on top of our crust layer. So we've got kind of yellow and then white, and then we're going to have yellow and white. So it's going to be really pretty. So next we have our banana pudding layer. And it's been sitting in the refrigerator, so I'm going to give it a good stir. And then likewise, I am going to carefully place this in the center so that I can smooth it out nice and softly. Once again, starting in the center and just moving slowly so that our layers go on smooth. If you don't care about how your layers look, you don't have to do this. But I do. I'm extra like that. We have a chocolate version of this up on our channel, and we also have pumpkin for the holidays. Okay, spreading to the edge there. There's our third layer. And you can see the pretty yellow now. So yellow, white, yellow. I'm gonna put some bananas on here now. And once again, the bananas are optional, but it's just a little bit of banana, just a half a banana. And it just makes it fun. And if you don't want to soak your bananas, like I said, I soaked mine in a little bit of lemon juice just because it helps keep them from turning brown in your dish if you want it to be extra pretty if you're taking it somewhere. So you can either buy a very large banana and cut it in half and use that, or you can buy a small banana. The banana that I used was about this big. So either way, it's going to equal about 10 to 12 carbs. And so this is going to feed about 12 people. So you have about a carb's worth of banana per serving. To me, it's worth it. But once again, you have to do you. So here is our fourth and final layer, and this is just our whipped cream. All right, I'm going to do the same thing that I've done with all of our layers and put everything right in the middle. And then we'll spread it out. Now, after I get this last layer put on, I am going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator to finish setting and chilling. Now, my baking dish comes with a lid, but if yours does not, I would definitely cover it with either some aluminum foil or some saran wrap of some kind. All right, there it is. Now pick it up again, and you can see our beautiful layers. So there it is. Yellow, white, yellow, white. So very pretty, very spring-like. All right, there's the banana cream dream layered dessert. You can see the beautiful layers there. And CJ is gonna taste it for us. Hi.
Hi. All right, let's see how it tastes. It's good. It's got, feels like with the extract there might be a little bit more banana flavor. It's not actually not as strong as I thought it would be. I think I got a banana. Feels like the crust is crunchier. Like it's crystallized somehow. I don't know why. Maybe the sweetener. But it did seem like it's easy to make. I don't think the lemon juice does anything with the bananas. They still turn brown.
Okay.
But yeah, the crust definitely is, it's like crunchier. So it's good, baby. I think this is a nice little treat to have. People are not gonna be making this every day. Not gonna be eating it every day. I'm not concerned about a banana.
Half a banana.
Right, a half a banana. So, but if you are, you don't have to use a banana. If you're watching this video and you don't want to put a banana in it, then don't.
And that's why we're calling this a low carb dessert, not a keto dessert.
So, anyway, it's good. And thanks for making it.
Bye.
Bye.